That's why I'm here. Hello again. Today I'm revisiting Mullet Creek that runs into Lake Illawarra, about 100 kilometres due south of Sydney. When I say revisiting, I came down here on about, what would it be now, 6 days ago. It looked crisp and it looked clear. I'm going under a bridge. Okay. It looked crisp, it looked clear. The weather forecast was fine. I started progressing down the creek only to be blown hugely. So I made my way back to the put-in point and checked the weather, and fair enough, the forecast had changed and we were up in 55-65 kilometre an hour winds, which wouldn't have made for a pleasant experience. So I decided patience was the best course of action, that I'd wait for a better day and come on down. I've just seen an egret of some sort dive into the water ahead. I might be able to catch with the camera. There it is. The part that I'm in is called the Tank Trap because apparently it was Second World War defences against what would at that time have been a Japanese invasion risk. And so there's a channel that's been dug all the way from the main part of Mullet Creek. So the main part of Mullet Creek looks a little bit silted up. Might go back that way. What is that? Current here and a bit of wind, which wasn't there higher up. That's because what I'm running through is exposed straight onto the Well, today's proving better in terms of bird life than any of my previous trips, because I guess there aren't too many risks. I'll say that just as two pelicans head over the water with an egret in the tree ahead of them, fanning its wings. I need to get into a better position. Enjoy a picture of that. Maybe it's one that just caught the fish. So what I was saying, just before I got distracted by bird life, is today's been, so far, more successful in seeing a few birds. I do enjoy bird photography when you're in their environment, and I'd seen, as I said, pelican up ahead, but then the egret was in the tree. So if it is an egret, I'll put a picture up, and opportunity day seemed better in terms of I was in calmer water. I think now as I go down this particular stretch, I find myself up against an incoming tide. Oh, and the egret or whatever it is back drying its wings over here. Probably spooked by me. Yeah, there he goes. I think it would have been calm enough today to bring my fancier audio recording kit. Well, this is where the Mullet Creek or Tank Trap obviously opens out onto Lake Illawarra. Over to my left is Hooker Creek. Spin around. It really is quite amazing scenery behind me and ahead of me. It really is quite amazing to be able to get so close to so many pelicans. Managed to take quite a few photos. Three amazing pelicans gliding above me. Interesting fact of the day, seemingly pelicans can cruise at 1,000 meters, a kilometer altitude, and just follow the currents for up to 24 hours without needing to touch down, which is quite amazing. Spectacular birds. They're one of the few birds that have had a modicum of success in capturing images of in flight, because they're so big. They just glide. Quite magnificent. Right, as I've been watching the bird life over here, I've become obviously a little bit becalmed. It's very, very shallow today. Hence the mud flats over on this side. And my original plan had been to go out to Hooker and Gooseberry Island, the two islands which are part of the Berkeley Nature Reserve. But that isn't actually going to happen because the channel is actually too low, I think, for me to get round. So instead, I'm going to get myself out of this little becalmedness and head back upriver. Well, I managed to extricate myself out of the channel where I become becalmed. I'm guessing I've got 6 inches of water below me at the moment, but yeah, half a paddle less. What's that distance? Anyway, I don't need much clearance to be able to navigate my way out. I'll definitely come back to try and get out to Hooker and Gooseberry Islands on another day, and also go up Hooker Creek, but I don't think it's worth it today because it is so shallow. Somebody told me this was an extreme low tide today, and despite my research, which suggested it was a significant high tide. Oh, that was low. Just caught some there. So I'll get back into the what's called the Tank Trap, which is up ahead, and hopefully that will make for an easier run upstream. Lake Illawarra has been on, as I'm told, those people who in the UK perhaps would understand this. It's about the same size as Lake Windermere, so it's like 9.5 kilometres by 5.5 kilometres. It does actually open out to the ocean at a place called Windang. What I'm looking ahead to now is the escarpment, which ultimately becomes the Southern Highlands as you go further south. So thanks for watching. People say, hey, like, subscribe, hit that button or whatever it is to just try and find some stillness and stay safe and stay well, and hopefully I'll see you again soon.